Hi everybody, Varangian Gamer here, and welcome back to Westeros, to the Vale, and to Runestone specifically. Thanks for joining me. We're back with the life of Lady Royce. We're in a bit of a lull, I think it's fair to say. I'm not 100% where we are going. Actually, we're at war, aren't we? Oh, that's my liege's war, so no, it's not necessarily me. That's okay, we can unpause then. I don't think we're going to get involved if we can help it. We might have too many holdings. We could also ransom Lord Giles. Who's Lord Giles? The Lordship of Bomenstone. Bomenstone. So I guess we took him prisoner during the war to take Pinkstrath. Yeah, interesting. I think we should ransom him. I think the 50 gold would be quite useful. We can appoint a successor to Keeper of the Forest. Excellent. So I think we got the 50 gold. We potentially need to think about our holdings. I mean, it's interesting that we hold nearly 4 holdings in the Lordship of the Drainlands. Really, we want to hold more holdings in Runestone, really. But we can't do much about that at the moment. Maybe if these ever rebelled against us, we could take them, but I think they're quite loyal, so it's probably not going to happen. I think we should certainly give Pinkstrath away. At the top of the list is our nephew, and I think that's a fair shout. He likes us, and he's part of House Royce. So yeah, you can take that title, and that makes the situation a little better, if not, well, far from perfect, obviously. We'd very much like to get to be Keepers of the Vale. I don't know whether I'm making those titles up now, but oh yeah, we're not married either. Oh, we've got more people from Bomenstone. Yeah, okay, another 10 gold, please. Without harping on about, well, not having a dragon. Oh yeah, it looks like there's still some issues with Game of Thrones mod and yeah, compatibility perhaps. Does she still? She still has all the eggs. And they're not petrified in any way, so they're still kind of valid eggs, but it doesn't look like she's going to hatch them now. A quick cup of tea. So she's 2 years off being able to marry our son and heir. So I wonder if, when they have children, she might give one to their child. We shall see. That's another option, isn't it? Which means extending it beyond Lady Royce, obviously, which we could potentially do. I wonder if we get married. Are there any dragon riders we can marry? I wonder. Manage realm affairs. Let's have a look. Dragons. Show me the world's dragons. Princess Derissa, so no, we can't marry her. Vagar is, yes, Lady Lena of Dragonstone. We tried her. Lord Lena the Handsome has Sea Smoke. Now I think he's married. Silverwing has a rider, Princess Dela. Maelys has a rider, Lady Rhaenys. Okay. So all the tame dragons do not have a potential marriage. Well, I suppose none of these will have these are just all either in the Dragon Pit or of Dragonstone or King's Landing, I guess. Oh no, they look like they're all in Dragonstone. Okay, so no, that's not an option either. Not to worry. I think an alliance is fine with our nephew. And it might prevent anybody attacking him. Who are the biggest families in the Vale as far as military strength goes? So they have 4,800. Yeah, probably these at the moment. Strong Song. We could do with having him on our side a little more. I think if we had good relations with other members of the Vale, then if we ever did get an opportunity to rise up against the Arryns, then maybe they'll join us. I don't know whether we'll need strict alliances or not, but we'll see. Yeah, so marriage. How old are we? We are 49, so children are very probably out of the question. So we could probably be marrying at best for an alliance. Oh, we don't really have any decent sized alliances. Where are we weak? Stewardship and diplomacy. Osfrid Lorma has excellent stewardship. I mean, it can't hurt, right? Just to have somebody who would who we could set to managing the domain. And there we go. We are no longer above our domain limit. That's fantastic. Lord Joffrey's friendship. I never expected I would grow as close to Lord Joffrey as I have done in the past few years. He's of House Arryn. On multiple occasions he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. Yeah, we don't really like people because we are shy. Particularly the Aryans, so I never want to see his face again. Out of my sight. I don't want to join any grand tournaments, thank you. I propose, who's this? Lord Stanton of Pink Maiden. Oh no, Pink Strath was ours. I thought, yeah, that was. Between Michael Piper. No, I think I'd rather choose my own groom for my daughter, husband for my daughter. We could declare war on Lord Lucian of North Breach. Yeah, but he's allied with the throne, so that's not going to happen. Yeah, I think we manufactured a claim on one of his counters, didn't we? How is Lady Rhaena? Her feeling? She's feeling fine. She's certainly got more years left in her. Okay, so we can marry our son now with a grand wedding that we promised. Okay, that's fine. And our spouse is offering a helping hand, I think. Your vassal, Lord Andron, recently found himself in a bit of trouble. Lord Osfrid smiles doubtfully as he continues. I made sure the situation resolved itself, and to mention you as the benefactor. One of my vassals, the Lord of Gullview. Excellent work. This will be Gullview. I think maybe did we revoke these title revocation, protected title revocations previously? Not sure. About the rest of our vassals. Anybody like us enough to demand conversion is what I was thinking, but is that not something we can do in the Game of Thrones mod, I wonder? Okay, so grand wedding. We will plan the grand wedding. It won't be a bloody wedding. Where shall we have said wedding? Well, it will be in our capital Runestone, of course. It's going to cost 120, but we could have the best entertainment, the best food and drink, the best wedding venue. Is that a bit over the top? So that's 360. That does take quite a lot of our gold, doesn't it? So maybe let's drop the entertainment back down a bit. That looks a bit better because that's 300 or 325. Yeah, we'll start that grand wedding. Rhaenys is desperate to come to marry Jorans because she's got a gallop on. 6 months until it begins. Interesting. Do we have a maester? Caravan master. Oh yes, we've got a maester. He could have been a potentially good one if we needed one, but it doesn't look like we do. The invites have been sent. Everybody is getting fitted for their new wedding outfits. We have an intrigue perk, and Leonella comes of age. Always the curious and knowledge-hungry child, Leonella has shown an affinity for scholarship from an early age. An avid learner, she's become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven herself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. She gains the trait astute intellectual. They do grow up fast. So she could marry. We have completed the schema trait. Let's try to recruit a few spies. We can't check for spies here, unfortunately. That would have been a good one to get. Our daughter. Oh, our son grew a big beard overnight there, didn't he? Well, maybe not quite overnight. A marriage with the Tyrells, that could be an excellent alliance. Or the Martells with a genius son. Lots of people queuing up for to marry our family. Religion. Yeah, we're not the old gods, so I can't. Not Faith of the Seven. Don't think it changed anything, did it? So he would accept that even as a matrilineal marriage. That's interesting. Maybe we could even use him to, I mean, take the Reach at some point. Who knows? I'm not too sure that we will go down that route, but they have claims over across the narrow sea. And they have claims on the Stormlands. Lord Morin of the Reach. It's matrilineal. We'd have a fantastic alliance. I say we go for that. Oh, I was going to invite him to the wedding, but he won't arrive in time. That's a shame. Oh, because here we go. The wedding ceremony starts. The spouses, Joris and Rhaenys, are both here, looking radiant in their best attire. At my signal, everyone will get into position and the ceremony will begin. I can't wait. The day has... Oh, a mother's heart. The day has finally come and I couldn't be prouder of my Joris, the beautiful groom. As the person standing by my side has unwillingly discovered, look at him, isn't he radiant? And it's such a good match, everything is perfect. As I finally turn around, I realise that my neighbour is none other than Lord Joffrey. I could take advantage of this moment of connection. I'm just so proud, and we lose some stress, gain some prestige and renown for the dynasty. No, we don't necessarily. Do we want a rivalry? A rivalry. I think I'm just so proud. I'm a proud mother. Religious complaints. Everyone is excited and amazed by the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everyone but Lord Ronald. Wait, hold on. I paid extra for the wedding venue, didn't I? Since his arrival, Ronald has been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Are you wearing makeup? Those colourful veils are sinful. What's with all the unchaste mingling? Is this all a show of luxury and lust? Blimey. Alright, Lord Ronald. You're not even a septon. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, I'm really thinking. I mean, yes, and I'm going to enjoy it too. I'm feeling in a good mood. I'm not going to have him thrown out. A misstep. I'm enjoying the ceremony, proud of what I managed to organise. Everything has gone well so far. As soon as I think it, I know I've jinxed it. Rhaenys freezes in confusion, having clearly forgotten what the next step of the ceremony is. I can still salvage the situation. What has she... What? It happens. I mean, I don't know what the next step is. I can't really guide her. There we go. We're not sinful. We've just gained a level of devotion. The wedding ceremony. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed, and all that's left is the final vows, the formal consent, the seal on the marriage. As both Joris and Rhaenys say, I do, the crowd starts cheering, and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Aww, exciting. It is exciting. The wedding banquet. With the formalities behind us, it's now time to celebrate. I signal for the servants to bring out the food and drinks, and to shepherd the guests to the feast venue. Let the wedding banquet begin. Enjoy. Speech, speech. Every wedding banquet is host to a frankly interminable number of speeches. Some long, some short, some honest, some deceptive, rolling up and down the hall, punctuating every course of the feast in waves. As my turn nears, I am left wondering, should I consider the happy couple or focus on the festivities? After all, it's easy for double meanings to get lost for most in this sea of words. Well, if we follow the route, well, she is quite shy. I think she would just... Would she sit back down, though? She'd probably not want to do a speech in the first place, but... You wouldn't stand up and then just sit back down, would you? We'll praise the happy couple. That seems fairly innocuous. We've got another betrothal from the neck. Yon Royce, 67. Oh my life. She's 14. On principle, I'm declining that. So, a pleasing atmosphere. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting whilst flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. It's just nice to see so many people having fun without resorting to the pleasures of the flesh. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. We don't really need to lose any stress, so good folk to mingle with. Shimmering and shining, fine sculptures, exotic tapestries, strange flower arrangements, and more festoon the banquet hall, a veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both Lord Ronald and Lord Gilbert share their opinions on the decorations. Now this is what I was expecting, booms Ronald. A venue fit for a truly grand wedding. Frankly, I find it all a little exhausting, moans Gilbert. I don't even know what's a seat and what's a decorative sculpture. Philistine, isn't he? Which one's Gilbert? He's only 17. Yeah. Yeah, well, I picked the decoration myself, Ronald. And another thing. Every feast, there's always one. Every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born pissant cornering people who just will not be silent. This time it's Darman. Who's Darman? Courtier of Captain Stephen from House Tully. He's droning on and on and on and on about his personal connection with his faith, and how I should try to let the true light of the Father into my heart. He hasn't once asked a question about my beliefs. I'm going to scream. I think we would literally just tell him to shut up, because we do have the rude trait. Yeah, shut up. Food fit for her. Sight, taste, touch, smell, even sound. No human sense is left untouched by the scale and grandeur of this evening's food. A fabulous melee of art and fare. Near my seat, both Lord John and Lord Maron share their opinions about the spread. Moans John. Now this is how you throw a feast. Hands off, Maron snaps at a server. I'll finish my meal when I'm good and ready. Too many damned coursers. Yeah, again, we decided to go for the exotic and more expensive food, so quite the spectacle. So, okay, this is something that we didn't go overboard with, but we didn't go for the cheap option either. A magnificent throng of musicians, tumblers and actors are providing the evening's entertainment, thrilling guests across the hall. Near my seat, both Lord Jasper and Lord Maron again, let me guess, is it Maron that's having a whinge and a moan? Share their opinions on the display. A lot of thought goes into the right balance of background noise, muses Jasper. It's good to see some without too much bustle. Honestly, I had expected a little more hustle and bustle from the event, Maron sniffs. So, too many courses, but not enough entertainment for Maron. This one's Maron, isn't it? You can tell. House Sunderland. Lord Jasper knows what he's talking about. Yeah, sorry, Jasper, I'll side with you. And the wedding night starts. Hello. Come on, Mum, out the way. I can see that all guests are satisfied and pretty tired, but the day of celebration is not over yet. I quickly organise a festive procession to lead the newlyweds to their bedchamber. Let's let the newlyweds celebrate privately. For us who remain, let's pour another drink. It's time. You are engaged in the wedding night. I really hope we're not. With the newlyweds retired for the evening, the braziers are lit, the flagons filled, and musicians rallied for festivities long into the night. Hours later, I find myself looking hazily down my goblet at Darman, father of the bride, who has just been coughing uncontrollably in mirth. At last he says, "You know, I wasn't sure about your Royce. sort. About your Royce sort. But you're alright. Darman's not father of the bride, is he? Rhaenys Targaryen. We have getting his opinion would increase one of our skills. Well, our martial would increase by 1 anyway, and then one of those other 4. More ale. The last 2 are not within our personality. I think she'll try to get our martial and his diplomacy. I see, that's what happened. Okay, no worries. The conclusion. When, finally, the last guest leaves, I look around at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organising it. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, got some nice bonuses there. So we will finish that wedding. Right, let's have a look at our son. He doesn't have any artifacts. Rhaenys still has her eggs. So we're interested to see what happens if and when they have a child. So much talking, I'm glad I've got my cuppa. Oh, we've been invited to a funeral. I'm accepting this purely on a little selfishness because I've not been to a funeral in game before, so why not? And it's close by at the end of the day. Greetings, Lady Rhea. I am soon holding an Albetha's funeral. I hereby invite you to attend. Albetha the Cannibal. I wonder how she got that name. Why not? No worries about any dangers en route. It's so close. So yeah, we will join. The arrival. Grafton's Holdfast is to be Albetha's final resting place, and I'm greeted by the Lady Ghislaine. Although I care little for her company, this day is really about Albetha, and this is my opportunity to mourn, I guess. Maybe we had a choice of doing a couple of other things there. A time of celebration by my reckoning. Lady Ghislaine looks slightly upset, doesn't she? One of the greats, was she? Before me a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drinks, as if Albetha were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Lord John has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however, swilling his goblet around in idle solace. His middle distance stare falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod he raises his drink high. To Albetha, truly one of the greats. One of the great cannibals. Great indeed, and I'll be greater still. No, I don't think that's really it. Come on, John, tell us what she really meant to you. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretence of propriety, the inconsolable John gazes out into the nothingness before him. Not a tear falls from his eyes, not a word passes his mouth, until he turns to me. The 7 who are one can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue to push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? The end of days is upon us. My acquaintance is dead. Was it not even his wife? Gosh, it's just an acquaintance. I mean, everybody's entitled to grieve in whatever manner they feel. Yeah, I mean, just, yeah, quietly nod along. Poor guy. He's upset. I mean, we've gone for a long funeral, haven't we? The offerings of libations. I and the other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Lord John, usually the lifeblood of any feast, now sits across from me, misty-eyed, with an untouched goblet at his side. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Alfbetha has none? Join me, empty your goblets in libation. The guests seem to agree. There is a wisdom in John's oafish lamentation. Join the offering, we would gain some legitimacy. We could get a round of drinks, and everybody would like that. It gains opinion of us. I mean, we feel like we've been sympathetic to John so far, even though we don't quite understand why he's grieving so much. We'll join in the offering. We don't want to rock the boat. Morning Star. All eyes fall upon Lady Emerai as she falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating her reddened eyes from view. Lady Emerai's sorrowful gasps and chokes have left her fellow mourners breathless, and many offer her comfort and reverence, as if it were her who was to be committed to the hereafter. Eyes must fall upon only me. I can only mourn in my own way. I offer comfort. Well, considering we're shy, I don't think all eyes must fall upon me sounds right, so we will only mourn in our own way. Our moment in time. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed Albetha, with her crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination. I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my acquaintance. We will allow ourselves a moment of grief. The shadows of mourners no longer loom over me, and I am at last given a moment alone. What quiet comfort I could take in such a moment, without the rattling and prattling of other guests in my ears, just me and my thoughts of Albetha. It feels good. We are probably wondering how many people she ate. In awe. After having spoken over dinner for a while, Ghislaine leans over to me to tell me that she finds it impressive how knowledgeable I am about so many different things. She recognises true intellect, I see. Dust to dust. Now the time has come to commit Albetha's final rites before her final journey into the hereafter. Albetha lays wrapped in fine white fabrics atop a towering funeral pyre. The sceptre stands beside Lady Ghislaine with a torch, its light flickering in the wind. The torch is lowered to the kindling, and I watch as the tower of wood is lit ablaze. All that's left now is to wait for Albetha to be returned to ashes. Beautiful. Goodbye, Albetha, the cannibal. At long last I am finally home. There is nothing better than arriving back in Runestone after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onwards. My caravan master, Chael, says we had journeyed for 168 days and traversed 9 baronies. We could declare wars. Has our son got his wife? Pregnant yet? No. Don't wait too long, son. Increase counter control task finished in cold water burn. Any other of our... No, none of our holdings have low controls, so we will set him to training commanders. Men-at-arms negotiation. Less gold. Excellent. Our spouse's stewardship. I knew it was going to be worth getting him. Oh, somebody died. Our counsellor, Royce. Yeah, see, he wasn't... Well, he wouldn't even have got to marrying that poor girl. An admiral. So we either want somebody good in stewardship or in marshal. Well, I mean, he's both really, isn't he? So, yeah, that will do. We got a well-organised court again because of our husband. Fantastic. Can we no, we still can't check for potential fights. Why was that? Not sure. Too many things on that list. Couldn't work them out. It's been a long day, in my defence. Wanderlust. Oh. Oh? Oh, son. I am leaving, mother. Me and Barana are in love. I'll roll my eyes at Jorans. What is my fool of a son up to now? Barana and I will seek adventure. The world is vast, and there is glory to be found. I wish to shout, we remember at the world until it remembers my name. It is evident that my beloved son is being serious. I am going to have to do something. Ah, dear. Oh, son. Duel him to make him stay. Well, our prowess is higher. Listen here, there is glory to be had at home. We are not... That's not in our favour. I mean, literally just paying him 30 gold means he stays. You'll be back soon, you'll see. And that's just letting him go. I mean, that's not going to happen. Well, I don't think these dragons are actually going to happen, but the work that I've put into getting him to marry Rhaenys Targaryen, I'm not going to let it go. 30 gold. See how much you feel you're in love with Barana. 30 gold? Oh, you're staying. Okay. Not that much in love then. Passing suspicion. It is a well-known fact that courtiers will scheme and plot, but I may be able to use this to my advantage. If I can keep my courtiers suspicious of each other and distracted with infighting, they will not have the time or resources to scheme against me. I will begin... Oh, spreading rumours. They are dismissed as meaningless tribe. Another intrigue perk. go, little birds. I'm not too sure we're using this to our best advantage, but it's getting to the point where she's now 52 and her health is poor. A poem, lines about legacy. Lord Corliss, 83. Yeah, this looks like it works for us. I don't know how I feel about this. It's been lauded. Must have been a good poem, Corliss. How's our son feeling at the moment? Still not interested in Rain East by the looks of it. I mean, this might be my fault, forcing them into this marriage when I didn't like the marriage that I was forced into with Daemon Targaryen. That didn't end well for Daemon. I wonder if this is potentially where we draw the episode to a close. We could go on a hunt with Lord Gilwood of Eastweald. We do enjoy hunting. We are hunters, so let's see this through to see if we manage to find anything. His gamekeeper's informed me that there's a large boar in his woods. Yeah, sounds like fun. We arrive at the spot where Lord Gilwood's gamekeeper had last seen the boar. After exchanging some pleasantries, we release the dogs and start to try to find the trail of the boar. But no, we didn't find it, and we lose a little bit of prestige. Okay, so we will draw it to a close. I mean, you know, I guess 2 weddings and a funeral, really, wasn't it? Because we got married. Oh, is it 3 weddings? No, because she didn't get married. She's only betrothed. Okay. She's now pregnant for 5 months. Okay, interesting. Well, in the next episode, we shall see whether she can give an egg to her child. Fingers crossed the child is healthy, of course. So yeah, we will pick that one up. It looks like we might extend due to my desire to really experience some dragons in this playthrough. I'm trying my hardest that we might go on beyond the life of Lady Royce. But yes, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider giving me a like or subscribing. That would be fantastic. Drop any comments below. And in the meantime, I'll see you again soon. But look after yourselves and cheers.